Warning: the following reaction may contain spoilers for The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 video games, which may spoil the television series. Viewer discretion is advised. Today, on The Last of Us. Is this training? I didn't follow any of that. In the head, in the head! Wow. Okay, that was well done. There it is. You should have been dead like 3 times over already. Hello, humans and infected. This is the reaction channel, and my name is Rhett. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're coming back. Thanks for being here. So today, we are starting The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1, Future Days. Let's see, my background on The Last of Us. I've played both games. I played the original back on the PS3, only made it past the intro and decided to stop because I didn't know if I could take the rest of the game after that introduction. And then, years later, I decided to give it a try again. At that point, they had the remastered version on PS4, played through that, and then I played through The Last of Us 2. So I am familiar with the series, and I did watch the previous season, so I know how that went. Very similar, but also different in some ways. So this episode 1 of the second season is called Future Days, which I believe is the name of the song that Joel sings to Ellie at one point in the game. Anything else? Not really. I've played both games, so I know the story. At least I know the game's story. They changed a few things in the first season, but they pretty much kept it still followed the main storyline fairly accurately in relation to the game. I don't know what they're going to do with the second season and how they're adapting the second game. They may change some things. They will change some things. And there are some things I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the same. So I hope that the TV series doesn't get the amount of hate that the second game got. But I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I enjoyed the second game. I didn't have a problem with it. But there were a lot of people who did. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how the second season plays out and what changes and what is kept the same. Maybe we should just go ahead and get this started. Okay. Picking up right at the very end of last season.
I swear.
He lied. Okay. And we get a little bit more that we didn't get at the end of the game. Because at the game, it cut off right after her line. Okay, good. We're getting Abby early.
Maybe the Seattle crew has resources.
It's good we get to see this early. And actually we get a bit more
He'll help me find him.
Yes,
than what we got before.
help you find him.
We get to see like the aftermath of Joel's rampage. Which is good, because this is something that was missing from the game. That would have been good to have. The second game was a bit wonky, since they had you play through one story first, then play through the other. So you didn't really get the context of everything. I'm glad they went this route with this second season. That way, you'll have a better understanding of every character's motivation and what they've been through. Ooh. Is this training? Oh, I hope this is training. Okay, good. Okay. They did a really great job with this set. Especially with compared to how it looks in the game. I mean, you could see it in season 1, but you'll probably get more of it this season. Make sure it's just wood.
Oh, well, that's...
Huh.
What you doing?
Fixing these breakers. They were gonna chuck the whole panel, but all they need is new springs.
Okay.
Teach me?
Okay. You gotta check if the wires are live, so how do you do that?
I... lick them?
Voltage tester. Don't tell anyone I'm in therapy.
That's also another interesting thing. They have therapy, which, I mean, in this kind of world you would think they would need. Wow.
We've been using a ton of it to restore the new,
We need to build faster.
Faster? Sure, how much faster? See, we got this, dial, called the constructometer.
Joel.
The more you turn it, the faster we
We're
go.
running out of space to put these people.
Uncle Joel,
Hey, buddy.
what are those?
Oh, okay, so they already have a kid.
Okay, we're looking at maps. See? This is where we live.
Oh, right.
And what's that?
They said in
The fence.
And what's inside?
People.
season 1 that she was pregnant.
That's
Okay.
right. How do we keep them out?
Killer.
I forgot. They said
You boy.
she was pregnant last season.
What y'all up to?
Well, your wife wants me to build faster.
Did you tell her about the big dial?
Yeah. Baby.
So yeah, this is an interesting addition that they put in. Having a therapist. Because in this kind of environment, therapy is probably needed by a lot of people. What's that?
The man would grow buds the size of pine cones.
Oh, okay. I thought it looked like weed. Just didn't know it was actually weed.
Oh, 19-year-old daughter. She's acting toward me like every 19-year-old daughter has ever acted toward their dad, ever.
What is this, our fifth session? Are you just
Well, it's a
gonna
little different
keep
in their
brushing on
case.
like this? And you are definitely leaving something out.
Yeah, he kind of has to.
Validate that. You shot and killed my husband.
Oh.
You killed Eugene. And I resent you for it. No, maybe a little more than that. I hate you for it. I hate you for it. And yes, I know you had no choice. I know that. I know I should forgive you.
Was he infected?
Well, I've tried. I promise I will help.
I don't think this is something he can actually say, because it's not just for him to say.
Her.
Well, he lied.
Did you hurt her?
Technically, he saved her,
What did you do?
but at what cost? Go ahead. No, you're not going to say it?
I saved her.
There it is.
Here, let me help. I can do it. That's okay. I got it. Here we go. Just like that. Hold on. Let me get this part here. There we go. Better? Yeah, better. Look at you with all that hardware. You're like Curtis and Viper.
Curtis and
You
Viper.
know, those movies Joel likes. Yeah.
Hi, should we stick to the road, scan the countryside, hit our checkpoints, and sign the logbooks?
You know what? That sounds great. But while you're doing all that, we've got reports of strays, so be careful when you get into the town. Now, I see Ellie over here looking like Curtis and Viper. So let me remind you, this is just a recon patrol. If you see 1 or 2 runners, that's fine. Clear them out. Anything more, anything worse, you come on back and we send out a squad. Understood?
That's bad. Fresh. Okay, well, it's a dead clicker. And a spare. A lot of parts. Oh. Okay, so... Interesting the order they're going in.
Yeah, what if there's a family in there? What if there's a toddler? Or a baby?
There's no babies in there. Hey, come on. Rules.
They both enable each other. It's really bad.
Fine.
The clickers in the show seem to be a lot more, sound sensitive than the ones in the game. Although that could just be I was playing on an easier level than, like, the hardest difficulty. Okay, there's one. I didn't follow any of that. Oh, hey. I remember that. The dog. Was Employee of the Month for July. Watch your step. In the head, in the head! Jeez. And you're gonna go through the floor, aren't you?
Before we leave, you gotta check out the employee.
That's why the floorboards are creaking. Oh, there it is. What are those called? The ones that sneak around. Not runners. Stalkers? I think. Hated those things. Because they just run and hide and then jump out at you again later. Oh, there it goes again. Hate those things. Yeah, no. Come on. Just get it over with. Jesus. Okay.
Run at me,
That's not exactly what they do.
Run at me!
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to chase it like that. It's just gonna jump you when you can't see it. Okay. Okay, you need to check behind you more often. Wow. They really do a great job with the makeup effects. Ugh. Wow. Okay, that was well done. There it is. Did she get you? Oh, Jesus. Wow, you can even see a little bit of the fungus in there.
I'm not saying it could do math or anything, but it didn't run at me. It did what we do. Took cover, planned, waited, lured me in. Stalking.
Stalker.
And you're telling me what, if it were you and Joel, you wouldn't have gone in?
Well, that ain't the same.
Why?
Because it's different.
How? Alright.
And you got your ass bitten again. Jeez. You should have been dead like 3 times over already.
Strings are shot.
Oh.
I'll put some new ones on for you.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Get it back tomorrow.
Wow. They're still really bad at this. Oh, very cool. Took this straight from the game.
You guys will be back together in 2 weeks, tops.
Will they?
Not gonna happen.
Why?
Ellie! Hey, what took you so long?
This next one is a little slower.
Come on, let's go. No, Ellie.
Exactly from the game. Well done.
It's a family event.
Oh, jeez. This is also from the game. They gonna end it? They gonna have the talk? Because they... in the game, they didn't show that much of the party. They pretty much cut it off after the kiss, so... we're actually getting more. Wow, they're actually doing this now. Or are they? Oh no, what's that? That's the pipe with the... with all the wood, right? When I said to check for fungus? Oh, God. Yeah. Alright. Okay. That was Season 2, Episode 1. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so... good start. I was actually hoping there'd be more of Abby's backstory in this first episode. I mean, it's nice that we got a little bit at least. We had her introduction, which was good to have. And we're already starting to see her motivations for what she wants to do. And we got introduced to her group, Owen and Nora and Manny and Alice, I think. No, not Alice. Alice is the dog. What's the name of the other girl? I can't remember. Yeah, so we get introduced to her group and how they're angry, understandably, because, I mean, Joel did just massacre a bunch of them. But yeah, I was hoping we'd get to see a little more. I was actually hoping to see, like, before Joel's massacre, before he did all that, like, Abby and her father and, like, all the other Fireflies interacting. I was hoping to see some of that. Maybe they'll do it in one of the later episodes. Maybe this coming up episode. I really hope they do give us more backstory to give the audience a better understanding of her. Because in the game, they didn't do that until you were already halfway through. So you don't really have time to get to know her as well as you should. But I'm glad that we have at least a little bit so far. Now, for the stuff with Joel and Ellie, it's matching what the second game did. The divide that's between them right now. They haven't explained it. Those of us who've played the second game know what that's all about. Basically, Joel lying. But everything else was a bit different. Well, not everything else. But that whole patrol that Ellie and Dina went on, that was supposed to be the morning patrol after the party. At least part of it was. So that was a bit different. And then Joel in the therapy. That's definitely new for the TV series. We never got any kind of therapy sessions in the second game or got to see any of them. So that was an interesting addition to have. Because in this kind of world where things have gone to crap, like pretty much everywhere, like people's mental state is definitely going to be pretty messed up. So therapy would be a good thing to have in that kind of world. So the fact that Jackson has a therapist is kind of cool that they took that into account for this second season. So that was neat. And then getting to see Joel, like the things he does in Jackson, because in the game, you jump right into it. You don't really get a lot of backstory of those 5 years from the end of the first game to the start of the second game. So getting to see Joel and what his role is in the community, and it's really important because he's a builder, he's a contractor, and he's really important to the community to keep building these places for people to live, because they keep taking in people who are like refugees from other settlements that have been overrun with infected, or they're just fleeing from infected in general. And it's interesting that right now in the TV series that Dina is closer to Joel than Ellie is, which we didn't really actually get to see in the game. Dina didn't really have any interaction with Joel in the game. So seeing what kind of relationship they have was also cool. We got to see Maria and Tommy. So they had their kid, which I completely forgot. That was why Tommy didn't want to go in the first season, was because Maria was pregnant. So yes, they have their kid now. It's been 5 years. So yes, they have a kid. Maria still seems to be, well, she's not in charge of the whole council, but she's still pretty important. Tommy was, they had that scene with Ellie where he's having her shoot infected, which again also happens later in the game it happened at a different time. But that was cool to see Tommy and Ellie's interactions and how similar Ellie is to Joel in relation to Tommy, that he's unable to like defy either one of them. He's like forced to listen to what either of them have to say. So that was cool. Dina and Ellie's relationship, that's pretty much where it was at that point in the game. They were just best friends. So, and the party. The party they lifted directly from the game. But it was also cool because they used that party for the first trailer for the second game. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of people were blown away. I was blown away by that trailer because it was so awesome. And the way they brought it into this TV series was really well done. So I really appreciate that. Jesse, Dina's ex, very good guy. And I think him saying that they're not getting back together, he knows Dina's feelings for Ellie at this point. He's a good guy, and it's cool that he's not taking it out on Ellie. The end. So when they broke open that pipe earlier in the episode, you see all that wood, and I was like, is that really just all wood? And then at the end, they showed it wasn't just wooden weeds, roots, or whatever. There's fungus tendrils in there. So that's prepping probably for the horde that they were mentioning during the council meeting that is going to come eventually. And then we see Abby and her crew arriving in the area. So they're prepping for the next part, which I'm still not sure how it's going to play out. I don't think they can change that part of the game. I think it would take something away from it if they change that. And I'm not saying that they couldn't find a way to do it, but it would be difficult for the motivation. Ellie's motivation wouldn't be as strong, I don't think, without that happening. I still think that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's going to happen soon or not, or if they're gonna push it farther back into the season. If they do it at the very end of the season, that would just hurt. If they end the season like that, yeah. But I don't think they will. It has to happen soon in order to drive the plot forward. I would think it would be in the next episode. Next episode or third episode. Any later than that, I don't think would work. I don't have anything else to talk about the plot. I still like the casting. I think the actors they picked for each role have done a really good job. I haven't gotten to see Abby and her crew enough yet to determine how well they're doing, since it was just that brief scene. But Caitlin Dever, I think she's doing a good job with what I've seen so far. So, yeah, I can't say for sure. But all the previous actors from before are still doing a good job. The role of the therapist, I can't remember the actor, Catherine O'Hara, I think. Yeah, she's good. Oh, and I've completely forgot. Joel killed her husband, Eugene. And if I remember from the game, Eugene was like the horse trainer guy or something like that. But he also grew like a secret pot farm and had like a whole warehouse of cannabis plants growing. But Joel killing him, that's new. I'm pretty sure that wasn't said in the game. The way that it happened, she said, was why she hated him. Why she hated Joel. The way he killed him. I'm guessing he became infected. That would make sense. Because, I mean, she hates him for killing him, but it seems she said she understood why he did it, but didn't like how he did it. So he must have been bitten and infected, I think, for that to happen. I don't know if we're going to get more on that. I hope we do, because it will give another aspect to like someone who hates Joel and give like a different point of view of someone who hates Joel. So, next episode, I'm actually hoping that we get Abby's backstory in this next episode. I hope we get that in the second episode. Okay, it's still very good. This is still my favorite video game adaptation I've seen. And they're still continuing to do a great job with it. And I hope they continue to do so. I guess we'll leave it at that. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Maybe somewhere, I don't know, down in this area or something. We'll see. I hope to continue doing this. Again, this reaction channel is still early days. This is only my third official reaction. So I'm still working on it and hoping to improve. I will continue to react to The Last of Us, and I'm going to continue reacting to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So there will be more of those episodes coming soon. But yeah, to all you humans and infected out there, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Later.